Hey guys!
Hola.
Alright, welcome to Bible study
Bite me.
lesson, I think 10, maybe, possibly, I'm not sure.
This is Sean. Come on, Sean. Get in the camera, Sean. You have to.
We have a new person whose voice you might hear.
Might.
Okay, so today's lesson is called Beauty. And it doesn't...
I'm turning it down.
Okay. And it relates to a lot of things. So, okay. Have you guys ever wished, that you had the flawless, perfect looks that models advertise for, your favorite sports or your favorite perfume, favorite clothing?
I like
yada,
food,
yada.
so no.
Well, I mean, the models for my favorite clothing are butt ugly, but you know they are.
In general, modeling.
You know they are.
Okay.
So.
No, not necessarily.
General, yeah, okay. Well, a lot of people immediately think oh, if I could only look like them, if I only had their hips, their
if I could
hair,
only look
yada,
like
yada,
Tori.
yada, yada, whatever. So beauty is it's much more about cool hairstyles, and it's more than a lot. I mean, it's not just oh, hey, this looks this way, and perfect features. But instead, beauty comes from what is on the inside. It's more elaborate than wearing gold and silver and cute clothes and having the biggest muscles. And rather, it should be yourself, the beauty of our spirit, which is obviously of greater worth in God's eyes. So if someone wants to grab 1 Peter 3:3-4. Please.
I guess.
Want to visit the table of contents?
No. Yeah. Sorry, I was singing the song in my head. 1 Peter.
Yeah. 3:3-4.
That was that. Come on. Seriously? Thanks.
3:3-4.
3:3-4.
All right, that's second Peter.
What?
Second Peter. That's
You read it, because I don't care.
Go away, bug.
Don't argue over the
There's
word.
a bug.
How do you read?
Yeah, okay, 3-4.
Who's adorning? Let it not be that outward adorning, plating of. I don't like this version of the Bible.
It's fine, just
And
read it
wearing
anyway.
of gold or putting on apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God the great Christ. I
Okay.
like my stupid people Bible.
My version is a little bit different. It says, do not let the adorning be external, but the braiding of the hair or putting gold jewelry or the clothing you wear, but let your adorning be of the hidden person and of your heart, which is of imperishable beauty, and of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's eyes is very precious.
I don't have enough hair to braid. Well, I do.
You know what we mean.
keep corners.
So what
I'm a
are
white
some
girl.
beautiful blessings
I'm a
in your
blonde
guys'
white girl.
life? Whether it be family member, coaches, pretty scenes, what would be something that you would consider a beautiful blessing in your life?
I'm just beyond blessed as to how fortunate I am with everything I have.
Okay. Kara,
My
anyone?
father, pretty much, because it's sort of a great blessing that
Oh,
he's
he's here.
still alive.
Okay. I think a beautiful blessing would just be my church family.
Air conditioning.
What about you? Do you know any?
Life.
Okay.
Life in general.
It's pretty great.
Pretty deep.
Kind of vague, but pretty
Deep.
great.
Okay, so have you guys, and I'm sure the answer is probably yes, have you ever met somebody who was incredibly attractive, but the more you got to know them, the less you thought so?
Oh, yep. Oh, yeah.
Quite a few times, actually.
Yeah, a couple of times. A lot of people, a lot of times the most popular people are, super attractive, and they're really not nice people on the inside whatsoever. So the desire to be attractive isn't wrong, and it's not unnatural. God gave us all an inborn appreciation of beauty, and it's not wrong to want to look our best, but the problem is when beauty and looks become an obsession, when our appearance becomes not of God, and the effects of the world are affecting us. We don't need to look perfect with makeup or being buff or looking like everyone else. We just need to focus on why look great on the outside when we have a bunch of dirt on the inside. If we feel jealousy or resentfulness towards anybody, that stuff still needs to be cleaned out. Okay, somebody do you want to grab 1 Samuel 16:7?
I love that verse. Like, I have it memorized.
Oh, good.
Why don't you read it?
She read the last one.
What is it now?
1 Samuel
16:7.
16:7.
Yeah, I have it memorized. So
And
like,
Kara, for the next one, you want to grab Matthew 23:27 through 28. And you should know what Matthew is.
I think I do.
You think.
All right, you want to grab that?
16:7, eh? But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord saith not a man seeth, for a man looketh on the outward appearance, the Lord looketh at the heart.
Okay, I have pretty much the same thing, except it says looks, not looketh. Same difference. So the first impression
Mine's
you get of
simplified.
somebody, wouldn't you guys agree that the first impression you get of somebody is usually the most important impression? That's at least what it seems like, right? So
No,
God,
it's the second impression, because that day you first meet them, they might be in a really bad mood. Like when I met my parents, I was in a really foul mood. But the next time I met them, I had a great conversation about like unicorns and stuff.
I mean, yes and no.
Yay and nay.
so
Because
that's a good answer.
A
Yes
lot of
and no.
Elijah's point.
Yeah. So God doesn't care about our first impressions. He cares about every single impression, how we treat people, what we say to people, what we do in our spare time, what we listen to, what we watch, everything about us, not just poor hygiene and sloppy appearances or foul attitudes. He wants us to be mirrors and reflect his image each and every day. Matthew 23:27 through 28.
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which indeed appear beautiful outwardly, but inside are full of dead men's bones and all uncleanlinesses. Even so, you also outwardly appear righteous to men, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness.
Okay, and I have the same thing. So these tombs that they're talking about in that verse, I mean, kind of just like graves, were immaculate on the outside and full of rotting bones on the inside. So even though the Pharisees, looked great on the outside, God immediately saw that the inside of them was full of nastiness. Really good quote to live by. The beauty or ugliness of our heart is what people see after the first impressions have faded. Would you guys agree?
You're on your phone.
A while ago, but yeah. Okay,
I've
so
been going also, but yeah.
honest answers, I'm pretty sure we'll all probably have the same answer. How many of you could honestly say that you've spent more time at some time in your life on physical looks versus your walk in relationship with God and your spiritual life? Yeah,
So,
pretty much everybody could agree with that.
did you raise your hand?
Okay, so we'll skip to the challenge and we'll play after that. So our challenge from last 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Not exactly sure what it was. I think we did it while we were here, I'm pretty sure. But, it was just to hug somebody random.
Yeah.
Yeah, did any of you guys,
I wasn't here last
do that
time. Did
successfully?
you?
I hugged someone that I was
Hugged you.
Oh yeah, you hugged me.
Yeah, I did.
No, I
Yeah.
wasn't even
Yeah.
You
Yeah, we-
failed?
No, I did. You guys actually completed the challenge. Good job. Good job.
And I wasn't even here.
I technically did it too because I hugged him.
Okay. So, not next week, the week after next week. First Tuesday in August, because I will be out of town next week on Tuesday. So,
Good job.
okay.
Way to go.
So,
Proud
the
of you.
challenge is to look for acts of goodness out of people's hearts. Not just look at people's appearances. You can see them and you're like, oh, hey,
You're hot.
their clothes are too short. Oh, hey, their hair looks ugly. Oh, hey,
Hey,
I'd
they
like
look
to say I've
attractive.
We just
already
did
accomplished
one.
this.
We invited him.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
invited that guy, so I accomplished my part.
Okay, but look on and see if you can tell who they are out of kindness of their hearts, out of things they say, things they do, and try to focus over the next 2 weeks on people's inside versus just their outside appearance. Okay, you guys think you can do that?
I think I can.
Because you're wearing
All right,
black.
cool.
Bugs are attracted
Good point.
to black.
Everything's
Okay, so we will see you guys
Yeah, don't
in
you
2
know, once
weeks.
you go black, you never go back.
Bye.